We're Laura and Brian, also known as a couple of Quinns. We love our city of Dayton, old houses, and dogs. Recently, we purchased a 1905 Federal-style fixer-upper, and we've been renovating it during the pandemic.
This week, we're partnering with a local mill house to recreate our dining room moldings and taking you with us behind the scenes. Later, it's back to the bathroom as we get down and dirty with the details. Today we have an exciting thing that we're going to be doing. For the longest time, we have talked about trying to match this woodwork. So if you can see, this door over here has the original woodwork, and then we added this opening, and we're hoping to get matching moldings. So we're going to this local business called Requarth. It's the same place where we got our kitchen cabinets. We are paying them a visit today and kind of figure out how the process works, try to match our moldings, see what they have. If they can't match it, we're going to talk about maybe doing something custom, seeing if they can create it that way, and go from there.
I'm trying to get this piece and this piece off, because these are the ones we want to bring, and then this piece I'm going to bring along with it. But this piece actually wraps all the way around the corner piece, which
makes it harder to get off.
Makes it a little harder, yeah.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Already did, too late.
Trying to pull the nails out so nobody gets stabbed today. Except for Brian.
Too late.
Yeah. Brian can be stabbed. We don't worry about him.
I don't care about
I'm
him.
just kidding. Of course we care about you.
I'm not so sure about that.
You're the comedy act on the show, Brian. What would we do without you?
So these are all profiles that we would have produced 100 years ago.
Okay.
Right?
So how do you make sure it matches? Do you take that and like line it up to the edge, or is there a way to measure it?
So what we do is we visually try to match it up first.
Okay.
And then this is to size. So we take this right here and we set it on here until we find one that matches. So this would be a casing. And then, so here's the casings that are historical to our area.
Okay.
And, you know, the ranches and some others, and then we get bigger in the back. This one is close, it just doesn't have that top part for this one. So it doesn't look like right offhand that we have it.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean we don't have it.
Okay.
So
we have
what I do is we'll go back into the back and talk to the mill guy, the guy that runs the machinery. He manages all the knives, all the templates, and he can put things together and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we'll have a knife made to match it. So that process is basically, so we take this, we trace it exactly. So when we are doing a molding, we always have to have a sample to make sure that it matches perfectly. Because it's not about measuring. Because measuring, you can get off. It's about matching. So we would take a drawing like this. We would create a drawing like this.
Okay.
So this is just another molding. This is this molding. So we create this drawing, which is exact. We sign off on it, everybody's happy. And then we make this, which is a series of the way the knives in the machine would run.
Okay.
So this knife cuts this knife cuts the bottom. We send that off and have knives made. But then these are the knives that cut the moldings. We built this to hold knives.
It's beautiful.
We did this.
The nicest knife holder.
We built this 2 years ago because we had knives here and there and yonder. And so this is all drawers full of knives that match each one of these templates.
Wow. It's got the soft close.
Like this one here.
Can't bump the knives.
I mean, that was a molding.
Wow. So that came out of a house here in Dayton somewhere. I mean,
Mostly,
I've
probably.
never seen any kind of molding with those curves like that.
Yeah. It is, you run it in through here. He sets up these cylinders and these knives, and it cuts 6 sides at a time, and it comes out in one piece. So even mostly an intricate molding usually goes in as one piece of wood, comes out done.
I'm like, Dayton made it to Mars.
The chip of wood that went to the moon from the Wright Flyer. And we kind of joked that, you know,
yeah, Requarth.
it could have been our wood. You know, it could have been. It may not have been, but it could have been.
It was.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
With this process, we do it every day, all the time. And I mean, here's a molding that we're making right now. Here's some siding. So this is exterior siding for a lot of the older houses in the Oregon district, Huffman, anywhere downtown area. It's usually one of these. There's about 4 different profiles. This one is the same profile made out of boral. Like for an exterior application, it doesn't rot, it doesn't shrink, it doesn't expand, it takes paint, you can bury it. When you put this on a historical home, it's never going to go away. I mean, never.
And you said this is only used on the exterior?
Exterior of the home, yeah. That is a special order product, and we do not run that here. The reason we don't run that here is because what we run in the mill is all wood.
Okay.
So we don't want to mix products, because what happens to our sawdust is it goes into this big hopper out here, and then people come and get it for horses. So horse stalls.
You want to leave it organic then.
Yeah, they use it.
You guys are an amazing asset to have here in Dayton to be able to you know, recreate these historical moldings.
I mean, this is a huge asset, and we have a lot to offer. I mean, we have really nice individuals at the counter that'll help you figure out any project, basically.
Okay. So we know that you do kitchen cabinet. What other types of general things do you supply here?
For a homeowner that comes in the door, really it's moldings, it's entry doors, which we have over here, some samples. It's Anderson windows, which are just amazing, and then it's kitchens. It's really to help people put packages together so that they know that the molding and the kitchens and the flooring and the door and all that works together. And we work a lot with historical homes in the historical district to get entry doors approved, so they know what will work, what won't work, what usually gets approved, what doesn't get approved.
Okay.
And can help the homeowner not make an expensive error, because these things are special orders and they don't go, you can't take them back.
I heard about the blind Bob's debacle in the Oregon district. Something over a door.
Similar. That's similar. Yeah, that was an issue. But I mean, it goes in deep with. I mean, we have shutters, wood shutters.
We've discussed the idea of getting original federal style shutters, something that would have been, you know, original to the home, perhaps.
Yeah.
So that's something that you'd be able to help with.
And we would.
Okay.
We would.
Back at the Fed. We had a long night last night.
We were up till 4:30 editing the video, and then we woke up at 8 to get ready to come over here. So doing the second coat of drywall. First coat's already been sanded. I really give it my all though up there. And I feel like I've really been gaining some muscle.
Hey, do you think I could get some tickets?
To the gun show? That's what you're gonna say, isn't it? His jokes are so predictable.
They're basically like dad jokes, but I'm just not a dad. So, bad jokes?
So I know oftentimes in these videos we're goofing around and maybe it looks like we're not taking things so seriously. But we want you to know we do actually take this extremely seriously. We work very hard to try to do things to the best of our ability. And if there's something we don't know how to do, I call my dad or John comes to help us. So we definitely make sure that we're doing things right. And that's really our #1 priority, especially for a house of this age. We want to make sure we're doing it justice. Everything else is just for entertainment.
But why?